Before anything else, I would just like to say, Mami, enjoy. It's beautiful today. Good on. Alright, so speaking of beautiful, we are gonna be joining.
Because sometimes I get nervous, of course, as we all do, but I take that negative energy and turn it into a positive energy and use that to fuel and motivation for my competition this coming October 6th.
And that's in October 6th. We are very excited for that. Of course, we are also joined here with two beautiful ladies, as I've said earlier. So we have our Miss Asia Pacific International, Miss Blessa Figueroa.
Great, I'm doing great. Hello everyone, good afternoon, and thank you for being here.
Alright, so what is your competition?
Oh, thank you. My competition, no, I'm not sure if this is working. Hello? Hello. Oh, there you go. My competition will be on October 7th. It will be in about 4 weeks, so I'm very excited. Miss Asia Pacific hasn't had a pageant for about 4 to 5 years now, ever since 2019, and this is our comeback year, so I'm very proudly representing the Philippines, and I'm excited.
We are excited for you as well, and as I can tell, you've been preparing so much for this competition, you've grown a lot from the Miss Philippines competition to now that you're about to compete internationally to represent the Philippines. So we're so proud and excited for you as well. Alright, also we are joined with one of the most amazing ladies that I know in the pageant jury. We have here Miss Orange International, Miss Isabel de los Santos. Looks like a winner actually. Hi Isa, how are you doing? Kumusta?
I'm good. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you so much for braving the rain and for spending your afternoon with us. I know mas masarap matulog ngayon, but thanks for the three of us.
Alright. Alright, thank you so much, Isa, and we're so excited for you as well. Let's take our seat. Kasi medyo mataas yung for us, right? Alright guys, so today, as I said earlier, we are gathered here for the send-off of these three amazing title holders, and they're about to represent us in the international competition. We are hoping that these title holders, these amazing people, will make us proud soon, right? So speaking of making us proud, I think we have questions from our media. Yeah? Who wants to go first? Anyone?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm looking for open for my first question is for Blessa. Okay, Blessa, this Asia Pacific International is not working, so paano yung preparation, ano yung mga priorities mo as far as your preparation?
Thank you so much. For my preparations, it has been great. I feel so grateful that I'm surrounded with such support here in the Philippines. And ever since coming here, which was last October, I feel like that I have been preparing because that was actually my first national pageant. And after that, thankfully, got an international crown now representing our country. So ever since then last year, I have been taking that time to really know our homeland because I grew up here in the Philippines and also in California. So spending my teenage years there, I got to go back to my roots and learn more about our people and our country, and I think that was a very important part of my preparations coming back here in the Philippines.
Okay, good. Okay, Philippines are known for being hospitable. No? How are we going to show that and at the same time a competitive candidate of our country? I mean, as a whole, and how are we going to show for being hospitable? And at the same time, competitive candidate.
Yes, I'm very excited that we are hosting this year's Miss Asia Pacific. I think that there's so much to show about our country, about our people, about our culture. And I think that within that week and a couple of days, I can show a lot. When it comes to, for example, I can just take them out and try some street food, some kwek-kwek, experience that street Filipino culture. I can take them to, the city of Manila, and there's so much more to learn. And I think that even us Filipinos already give them a good experience of just being here in the Philippines. I think that's where the most fun is being with us, Filipinos.
Okay, very good. Best of luck.
Thank you so
And
much.
for Mr. Sautoria, okay, my question is, as a second timer in a male international pageant, in your opinion, ano yung magiging edge mo?
For me, I would say my edge is experience. Since I competed internationally in Manila in 2020, during that time I really had no idea the kind of competition I was getting myself into. But now, it seems like I'm more refined, I'm more polished. Obviously, there's still a lot of improvement. That's why I'm doing training, walk training, also going to the gym a lot more. Just overall, just more polishing and being more out there. I also would love to get to know my pageant brothers that I'm going to meet at Thailand. And yeah, just being mentally and physically prepared for the competition.
Very much. Finally, Isabel. Okay, Isabel, how does it feel na, kasi for quite some time nasabi ka ikaw ang mag-host. So, ano yung feeling mo? Ikaw naman ang sinaset up ngayon.
It feels so good. I feel more comfortable in front of you speaking and really sharing my thoughts. I'm so excited to answer your questions if ever may questions po kayo. So yeah, I'm really happy to not be hosting it anymore.
Okay, a question. Have you talked to Brady or representative ng Philippines and nagtitawag na advice mo na?
Yes, so I actually reached out to them. I had lunch with them sa Greenbelt, si Faye and Mika. Super bait po nila. Like, they really gave me tips, advice on what to bring, on how to be like in the pageant, and it was super helpful. Until now, we have a GC. Sinashare nila yung mga, nag-ask ako ng questions, nag-share din sila ng mga tips, especially for Lisa. But yun, super helpful ang mga sisters ko.
Wow, thank you. Best of luck sa inyong tatlo.
Okay. Isa kang Miss na babae.
Yes po.
So, how challenging is it to keep your when you need to be serious in pag-pageant?
Well, number one, I don't want to change myself also. Like, I want to be authentic. Like, if I don't want to remove my being business, I want to bring that aura with me to the international stage. But I don't want to change myself for the crown. But of course, there are moments naman that we have to be more serious. So in fairness naman po, it helps na I'm hosting. It trains me when to be business or when not to be business. So I think I'm confident that I'm aware on how I will present myself when I answer questions.
Very well said, Ms. Philippe. So let's proceed to the next candidate. Classic Figueroa. What are the challenges of growing up in a household being raised by a solo parent? And how are you going to use the lessons in your life in reaching that crown?
Growing up, in the first couple years of my life, my mom was a single mom. And I'm very grateful because I was able to experience her adversities and her obstacles that she overcame. And I think being exposed to that at such a young age makes me more grateful of her hard work growing up. And looking back at that, not just with my mom, but also looking with the families around me, they weren't always perfect, but the people around me always saw the good in it, and we always found a way to celebrate. And I think that's an important part of our Filipino culture and tradition. We always find a way to celebrate. And, sorry. and see the good in everything. So yeah, I think that that's gonna help me become better, because seeing my mom overcome those adversities just proves that, okay, if she can overcome those, then I can too. And I can inspire others that they can too. So yeah, it's a good learning experience growing up.
Thank you very much. In the Philippines, and now let's continue this for you studied in the US and now you're based here in the Philippines. How has that global experience molded you into the person that's able to become this surgeon?
As someone who has lived in two different cultures, it has been a very interesting experience for me. But that's the thing, it was only like, the US and the Philippines. I would really love to learn more about other countries. So that's something I'm excited to find out, and that's why I'm excited to meet my pageant brothers, because I get to ask all these questions about their cultures in their countries, or like what they do with their life. Because it's very important to be yourself, just like what Isa said, and that authenticity that you have is you can share with other people, like your experiences. It makes the world a much more colorful world. And overall, just being able to learn about everything and anything in the world makes life that much better.
Thank you very much, Mr. Philippines. Thank you to the three of you. Best of luck and knowing your hearts that the Philippines is right now.
Thank you.
Next question, please.
Anyone from media friends? Who else wants to ask questions or title holder here? They said they're very ready to answer the question, so let's see.
Hi, I'm Lars. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about your weaknesses and strengths. What are your weaknesses and how you think you'll be able to conquer them? And what are your strengths that you can display during your pageant?
Okay, I start. For the weaknesses, definitely in terms of pageantry, it's doing my own hair and makeup. In terms of the makeup, I've been doing it since last year, but on the hair, I started training this year, and it's really hard to do your own hair. Just to share you have to put extensions, tease your own hair, and nakakangawit po talaga sa arms. It's an arm workout in itself. So I've been practicing with Jared Go. Hi to Jared Go. He's my hairstylist, and that's really a weakness of mine that I've been working on for the past few months. That's actually one of my sources of anxiety coming to the pageant. All thoughts I'll be all alone in the international stage, but I can do this. On the strength naman po, I think it would be my ability to communicate myself and be myself in front of people. And I think that's very important for a beauty queen because you have to be a spokesperson, ambassador. And I think that will be my strength as a Miss Or International 2024. Yes.
Wow. Playing already our next Miss Or International. How about you, Alexa?
I would say one of my weaknesses would be being a perfectionist sometimes and overthinking like little things, and it can be a good thing sometimes, but sometimes it can be bad because not everything is perfect and there's no point to worrying about the little things and then just see the bigger picture. So I think that's one of my weaknesses sometimes. One of my strengths, I feel like coming from a background of experiencing different diverse cultures. I grew up here in the Philippines and also in California, and I experienced a lot of different cultures, nationalities, and people. And I think that I carry that strength with me in this Asia Pacific because one of their core values is the beauty and diversity. And I do think that I embody that because I got to see the differences in each culture, and I think that it's beautiful that we can all come together for this pageant and celebrate all of that.
For me, one of my weaknesses that I've noticed, and I've got these a lot, is my stage presence. I don't have a lot of that aura on the stage. So right now I've been working on that, such as Q&A training and with the walk. Also with the physique-wise, if you guys have seen me walk on bench the other day, I still have a little bit of a belly on the side here, so just doing more cardio and the right amount of diet will help that. So that's in progress. And for my strengths, I have a lot of energy. I do not get tired easily. I also use that energy emotionally and socially. It's just being able to use that energy efficiently and the right way to help me win the crown for Mr. Global.
And we are really hoping for all of you guys to make us proud soon in your respective international competitions, right? Alright, can we have another question from our media friends? Can we have you from Pageant Trend, hi Sir Jay.
Thank you so much, Justine. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jay from Pageant Trend. And only have one questions to all of you. How will you make stand out among the other candidates with your respective competitions?
Alright. How I will stand out is by just being more of myself. Like I said earlier, I have a lot of energy. I can use that energy to be happy during our daily activities, during the competition, also on stage. I will use that energy to entertain the audience and the judges, and hopefully I will keep learning along the way and see I'll adapt to the environment, to the competition, and hopefully we can snatch the crown.
What was the question? Can you repeat the question one more time?
How will you make stand out on your respective competition?
I think my upbringing is very important to me when it comes to standing out. Knowing that Miss Asia Pacific International has the core values of beauty and diversity. And growing up here in the Philippines and also in California, like I said earlier, I've experienced different Filipino cultures, not just the Filipinos from the Philippines, but Filipinos that also grew up in America. And what makes me stand out is, despite that upbringing, I'm able to retain my roots and still have the importance of looking back to where I come from. I still speak Tagalog very fluently, and I'm very proud of that. And I still know our culture very well, and I think that's very important for us being the host country for this year. Being able to tour my sister candidates around the Philippines and giving them more knowledge about our culture and our people. So I think that's what's going to make me stand out. Retaining that culture in me, retaining my Filipino roots and blood in me. And now I'm happy to represent us in an international stage. And being back here in the Philippines, it makes me really excited. So I think that's one of the things that will be.
Similar to Dom, I'll really just be myself. I'll enjoy the moment because at this point, it's really, you have to let go of alcohol already. I've worked so hard for this, coming up with the pageant, and it's, at this point, I just have to let go, and if it's for me, it's for me. And I'll just enjoy and be myself in the pageant. Also, other than that, I'll really bring the aura of being a Filipina in the Miss or international stage. I'll bring the strength of character of a Filipino, the determination, the grit of being a Filipino, and I'll bring that to the international stage so that we can win the next Miss Aura crown for the Philippines.
Wow, definitely. And that makes us even more excited, right guys? Do we have another question from our media friends? We have here Adam. Hi Adam.
Hi Jesse, thank you for the mic. I wanna ask Dom first. This is your second time to compete. So, in terms of physique, let's face it, Mr. International is all about not just looks but also glory. Mr. Global is all about, not just looks but also glory. So, how do you plan to stand out in this aspect, knowing that you'll be facing stiff competition, especially from the Filipinos?
Great question. Brandon has been helping me with the ITC because Brandon has a great body, as we all can agree. And the way his body built is very broad. So I've been getting some tips on working out with him, also diet plans. Right now, my body is in the state that I want it at this time, but it can definitely still get a lot better. So I could also help. I'm 6'4". But aside from that, just a lot of diet, less carbs, more meat, more protein, cardio a lot more. It can help with my belly. But aside from that, get just consistent and be disciplined is what's really going to help.
So, kaya mo ma-improve yung ranking mo from your previous competition kasi you placed in the top 8, right?
Yes, it was actually top 16.
Top 16, so now probably can make it the top 5.
That is the goal, definitely. I will try everything that I can to get to the top 5. But definitely, I am aiming for the main, the grand winner. Yes.
That's the attitude. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Okay, my next question goes to Bless. Bless, since the competition is happening here, does it add pressure that you're also going to be the host delegate? Does it add pressure to you that apart from competing as Miss Philippines, you also have to be a gracious host delegate to your fellow sisters in the competition?
Yes, there's definitely pressure there. I feel like everything in life, we can add pressure to make that convince us what they say. But I think it's a good kind of pressure. It pushes me to be more excited, which I am. And I think that I have a very good knowledge and a deep passion for our culture that I wouldn't define as pressure, but more of excitement to show them around my country. This is my land, this is my people, and I'm very proud to tour you around my country, the Philippines. So I'm happy that the host country is here.
Great answer. Last question for you. I saw you, I forgot, it just hit my mind. I uploaded your bench body casting catwalk.
Yes.
And you really are a great catwalker.
Thank you.
Yeah, as in talagang yung presensya mo, even if you're just, doing simple steps on the catwalk, hamatay. So who's training you? And it will be one of your assets for the upcoming competition.
Yes, the catwalk, the runway is my favorite part of the competition. So with training, I do train with my camp, which is Aces and Queens. Shout out to Tita Jerry, which is here. Where is he? Hi, Tita Jerry. I do train with Aces and Queens, so that's with training in all aspects, with makeup, with Q&A, with catwalk, or with pasarela. I've also trained with also myself. I do it on a daily basis where I just face the mirror and just catwalk everywhere. So I've also did 2 sessions with Mommy Shanky, and I feel like that helped me a lot. She gave a lot of good knowledge about not just your physical catwalk, but your mindset when walking. And I think that's very important. What I've learned practicing by myself is it's more important how you feel when you're walking instead of the technicalities of how you're moving your body. So it's what's in here, and what's in here that really makes a difference when you walk, is what I think.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And now
thank you.
that's Isabel. Hi Isabel, we followed your journey since MUPH 2021 and looking at your transformation or more metamorphosis ever since that time, we're really amazed at how you have become your own person. So in a way, ba, for all those aspiring beauty queens out there, kasi you're also, during the lull time or during the hibernation or probably sort of rest period that you did, you ventured out into showbiz. So does it help the confidence that we are seeing in you? How different are you this time from the first time that we saw you back in 2021?
Definitely much more confident in my own skin. Just to share, when I was joining this Universe back, Philippines back in 2021, a friend of mine from Nestle Marketing told me, don't try to fit the mold, just be yourself. And then true enough, when I followed his advice, parang people recognize me for being myself. Like they were saying, thank you for humanizing beauty queens. So because of that, because I was true to myself, it opened the opportunity of doing show business. So naghanap po sila ng baliw na, or parang kalog na beauty queen. At dahil yun yung criteria, ako ang naipasok. So, yun, it opened the gag show and other more parang TV guestings because they need someone with kalog personality. So yun po, because of that, I became more confident in my personality and what I had to offer. And because of that, it also made me more confident in being a beauty queen. I don't have to change anything about myself because there is so much power when we are ourselves. So,
Do you think your kalog will be an asset going to Miss Aura International?
yes, I do believe.
You think the Turkish will read now that?
Actually, I met a Turkish friend because of work, and I told him, "Bro, do you like friendly girls or parang women?" So like, yeah, we like friendly women. So I was like, okay, I will be friendly and charming. But of course, gentle pa rin. They said, don't be too like harsh, just be gentle. So yeah, I'll be definitely reading the room and definitely playing on my strengths once I get to Turkey.
Abangan namin yan. Good luck, ladies, and hope you guys win the crowns, your respective competitions.
Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you so much.
Andrew, practice na natin yung Q&A yung episode. Masyadong like yung despite the Philippines being a powerhouse country, many people still think that pageants do not provide enough opportunities to empower women and women. So as representatives of the Philippines in international arena, what are your thoughts on this?
Definitely. I believe that as beauty queens, we need to have a purpose bigger than ourselves, and we have to use our platform for the good or for the better of the people. And I shared this in my intro video. I'm currently working as a staff in Special Olympics Pilipinas. So other than being a beauty queen, I really want to do impactful work. And actually more than me serving them, they have transformed my life. They made me more kinder, compassionate. This context, Special Olympics Pilipinas is a global NGO that provides sports for people with autism, Down syndrome. So parang siyang Paralympics, but for people with intellectual disabilities, not physical disabilities. So it's something that I am currently working with and passionate about, and something I am also bringing with me in the international stage. I want to put purpose in this pageant and use my platform for the good.
Many people still believe that pageants do not provide enough opportunity to empower men and women. So what are your thoughts on this?
I think pageantry is one of the greatest ways to empower men and women, actually. All as beauty kings and queens, we all advocate and represent something, and we all tell a story. And I think that itself is already impactful. Being a representative and being a spokesperson to advocate for something is very powerful, because I do think that each and every one of us has a story to tell, and we're always gonna have people that relate with us. So just that being transparent with the story that we tell. For example, Isa being just herself, being her kalog self, that already inspires other people. My background with diversity and solo parents, that's already a platform, that's already a cause that I'm uplifting others. So I do disagree that, I do agree that pageants do have the power to empower men and women.
For me, a lot of people think that pageantry is just looks, physical looks. But what really matters is what's in your mind, what's in your heart. With that, there has been a lot of, people that are not yet interested in pageantry because they only think it's just the looks. But nowadays, it has been more empowered with advocacies, with the influence in the masses. So I think I would like to influence people that anyone can be a pageant winner, can even get into pageantry, whether how you grew up or where you grew up. It doesn't matter what you went through in life, as long as what you want to achieve is a very good thing for the environment, for the community. That's what really matters. And with that, hopefully I can show other men and women out there that going through pageantry can really empower not just you, but the people around you.
Such powerful answers, ladies and brother. We have another question here from
Very easy lang.
Adam. Very easy lang daw.
I forgot to ask earlier, who will be, I don't know if you guys are allowed to divulge as early as now, your designers who you will be collaborating with for you to become your best version of yourselves for the upcoming competition, and just such as how you have been styled today.
With me, I've talked to 3 different designers for my national costume. I went back with Sir Edwin Louis, since he was the one that designed my national costume when I won Best in National Costume for Madman. So he's definitely someone I asked for. Another one for my suits and formal wears is Nat Manila and Ryan Plaza, because their designs are just amazing. It's just finding out which suits and attire on which days I wear those suits and attire. So, yeah, they're amazing.
For Miss Asia Pacific, we will have a preliminary gown, an evening gown, and also a national costume. So, for one of my gowns, I am going to be wearing Nat Manila, and I'm actually wearing him, one of his creations for today. And I'm very excited to be wearing Nat. He's very talented. For another one of my gowns, I am wearing Ryan Plaza as well. Such another talented designer, and I met him this year, and we connected our ideas, and I'm very excited to wear them. For my national costume, I am actually also getting designed by Sir Edwin Boy, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
So before I share my designers, I want to share that I really studied my body before I picked a designer. I wanted a designer who was good in defining waists and also highlighting shoulders. Because naturally my waist is undefined. So I gotta define it with a corset. So I picked 2 designers for my gown. So for the finals gown, it's Daniel Manila, and then for the semi-finals, it's Rao. Thank you so much to Mama Ru for connecting me to Sir Rao. And for my natwas, it's Tito June Pugat. So definitely all of the styles will emphasize my strengths and cover my weaknesses. So
Are you also working with stylists?
Yes, my stylist is actually Charles Magmasela. So it's a very collaborative. I give him space for creative freedom talaga. So, yeah.
Well, so there are going to be style by Filipino artists and designers. So, Laban Pilipinas. Alright, so since we are guys talking about lessons of pageantry and overall worldview, guys, are you ready for it?
Yes, for
It's going to be simple like that. Alright, so pageantry is not just about competition of beauty, of how you look, how you walk. It's about competition of your overall well-being. And then of course, we have lessons that natututunan natin in preparation, all throughout the journey. So what is this one lesson that you can tell to yourself na, I want this, I'm going to bring this, I'm going to take this lesson to the rest of my life, and I want to share this with other people?
I can begin. So, I think it's being assertive. Before the pageant, I was really more of a follower or someone indecisive. I would let someone take the decision. But this time, I told myself, for this international pageant, I will own my narrative. I will take the lead. I will involve the right people that I want to, and just really own this story and take them with me also in this journey. Yeah.
I like that. That's being, taking authority of your life, right? How about you, Melissa?
This goes back to beauty diversity and being able to tell your own story. Being here in the Philippines, I've met a lot of new people, and actually some of them are here today, and I think you guys are being here. One of them is Rose, and the other one is shout out to you guys. So I think there's a power in telling your own story, because it's how you build a very important connection with the people around you, and I think it's what inspires others. Like I said earlier, each and every one of us has a story and has a spark that enlightens others. So that, I think, is one of the most important things that I've learned by far.
Definitely, we have our own stories to tell, and that's a story sounds interesting, so we are excited to hear about that soon in this national competition. How about you, brother?
For me, I learned that diversity is very, very important, because learning about, someone who loves to learning about other cultures is very important. Once we start to understand people and their cultures, we start to love them for who they are. Because once we're able to, love our neighbors, I think that would solve a lot of problems such as conflicts nowadays. So with diversity comes unity, and with unity comes strength. So as the human race, once we're all united, we can really focus on the world problems that we can actually fix once we are all united. So I think that all comes from diversity and understanding.
I like that, brother. I think we have here